Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to study Chapter 2, the story of the evolution of man from your first PUC history textbook. In this chapter, we will understand how human beings evolved over millions of years, how the earth was formed, how life originated, and how early humans slowly developed into modern humans. Now let's start with meaning of human evolution. The word human comes from the Latin word humanus, meaning man, including woman. Human evolution is a slow and gradual process that took place over millions of years. It is only a small part of Earth's long history, but it explains how modern humans came into existence. Now let's move on to origin and evolution of the earth. Scientists believe that earth was formed about 4.5 billion years ago. In the beginning, earth was extremely hot and molten. There were volcanic eruptions, meteor collisions and violent changes. Gradually, earth cooled down and formed a solid crust, mountains, valleys, rivers, oceans, and atmosphere. Now let's move on to theories of origin of the universe. There are many theories about the origin of the universe. The steady state theory says galaxies are continuously formed. The pulsating theory says the universe expands and contrasts repeatedly. The most accepted theory is the Big Bang theory, which says the universe began from a hot, dense fireball. Now let's move on to the origin and evolution of life. Life originated in water about 700 million years ago. Simple chemicals combined to form life. First, plants appeared, followed by single-celled animals called protozoa. Slowly, life evolved into complex forms like fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. Now, let's move on to the next part of the chapter, that is extinction and survival. Many species became extinct because they could not adapt to environmental changes. Dinosaurs, once powerful creatures, became extinct about 65 million years ago. Only species that adapted to change survived. Now let's move on to the next part of the chapter, that is the evolution of man. Human evolution is studied using fossils, tools, cave paintings, and skeletons. The study involves anthropology, archaeology, and genetics. Charles Darwin's theory of natural selection explains that only the fittest species survive. Next part of the lesson is family tree of humans. Human beings to the Hominoidea family along with apes. Humans, chimpanzees and gorillas share a common ancestors. Chimpanzees and bonobos are our closest relatives. Next part of the chapter is important factor climate change. Climate change played a major role in human evolution. Ice ages forced humans to adapt by wearing animal skins, changing food habits and migrating. Species that adapted survived while others became extinct. Next part of the chapter is growth of brain size. Human brain size increased gradually. Homo habilis 600 cc, Homo erectus 800 to 1100 cc, Neanderthal up to 1900 cc, modern humans 1400 cc. A balanced brain helped humans survive better. Next part of the chapter is food and shelter. Early humans lived on trees, then caves, and later built shelter using stone and wood. They moved from food gathering to hunting and fishing. This led to cooperation and planning. The next part of the lesson is bipedalism. Walking on two legs freed human hands. This helped in tool making, better vision, and long distance travel. Bipedalism was a major step in human evolution. Next is tool making. Tool making began with stones. Homo habilis is called the handyman. Tools helped in hunting, protection, and survival. This led to the Stone Age. Language development. Language developed slowly through sounds and gestures. Communication helped in hunting, cooperation, and cultural development. Students, now let's see what is the conclusion of this chapter. The evolution of man is a long journey shaped by nature, climate, intelligence, and adaptations. Humans survived because they learned, adapted, and cooperated. Adaptation, intelligence, and cooperation are the key to survival and progress. This is the story of how we became humans. Understanding our past helps us build a better future. Thank you, students, for watching. If you like the video, give a thumbs up, share, subscribe. See you in the next class. Until then, bye.